Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how you can take unstructured information from a document like a PDF and convert it to something that you can work with inside of your code, such as JSON. And to do this, we're going to be using LangChain's output parsers and OpenAI's GPT. There are two methods that we can use. The first one is using the JSON output parsers provided by LangChain, and the second one is using the extraction chain with a large language model like GPT that supports function calling features. Now, that's not available with all the models out there, but if the model that you're using supports it, it could be an option for you. So let's get started. All right, so I created a directory and I called it LangChain output parsers. You can call it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. And then inside of it, I created a main.py file, which is going to be used to add the code for this tutorial. So before we install LangChain or any other Python package, I highly suggest that you create a virtual environment within your project and activate it. This is optional, you don't need to do this, but I highly recommend it because it lets you organize your packages in a very nice way. And to do this, it's really simple. You just need to type in Python -m venv, and then you can give it a name. I'm just going to call it venv. And then you would need to activate it. So with Visual Studio, you can click on this with VS Code. You can click on this little icon here. It's going to activate it for you. It's going to run the project. Or you can type source venv bin activate. And to know that it's been activated successfully, you're going to see the virtual environment name here. As you can see, there's venv, arrow, and then the directory. Okay, perfect. Now we can install LangChain. In your terminal, you can type pip install LangChain. Oops, LangChain. This usually takes a few seconds, but everything's going to be installed for you. So the next step here would be to bring in a PDF file that we're going to be using as the data source for our project. To keep things simple, I'm going to open my blog and convert this post here to a PDF file just by going to File, Export as PDF, and then I'm going to call it demo.pdf, and I'm going to hit Save. Perfect. As you can see, the file is here now, and we're ready to create our functions. Since we're working with a PDF file, we need to create a function that uses the document loader PyPDF loader from LangChain to pull the information from demo.pdf. And then what the document loader does is that it's going to split this file into pages. Okay, the function is going to return the pages for us, which we then will send to the large language model. It's a pretty straightforward function. Let's go ahead and create it. First, we import PyPDF loader. So let's do that. LangChain community, document loaders, import PyPDF loader. Okay, and then let's call the function load PDF. I'm going to create a loader, PyPDF loader here, and we're going to pass in the path of our PDF file. It's demo.pdf since it's in the root directory. Okay, then this is going to return pages like we mentioned before. So pages loader.load. There we go. We'll just return the pages. That's it. LangChain needs to know which fields exactly it has to extract from the PDF file. In our case, we need the title, the author, the summary, and the list of keywords from the PDF file. Let's do this. This is going to be basically a Pydantic class that we're going to call document. Let's define it, but first, let's import base model and field from Pydantic. So we do from LangChain core, Pydantic v1. We're going to import base model, and we're going to import field. And then we define our class. Let's call it document. You can call it whatever you want. Base model. And then we define the properties. So we need the title. It's of type string. And here we pass a description that helps, that helps the model know what this field is. And then keywords. This is a list of type string. Yeah, so we need to import list here. Let's do it. Okay. Keywords used. Perfect. So now we need to convert this class here to a prompt that we can send along with the pages to the large language model so it knows exactly that we're interested in just these fields: title, author, summary, keywords. And the way to convert this into a prompt is to use a parser. In our case, since we're working with JSON and Pydantic, we're going to use the JsonOutputParser. All right, so we import it from LangChain core, output parsers, import JSON output parser. Then we create the parser here, parser, JSON output parser. We can pass in the Pydantic object. By the way, LangChain supports Pydantic v1. I think they're working on upgrading to v2. It's just not there yet. So make sure you use this namespace here. So a document in our case. Perfect. Now we create a prompt template. This is where we define the prompt and we pass in everything that we need to pass. And then we just send everything to the large language model. Let's bring in the prompt template. LangChain core, prompts, prompt template. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be prompt equals prompt template. And here we're interested in 3 parameters. The first one is template, which is the final prompt that's going to be sent to the model. So it's going to be extract the information as specified. Now you can be more specific here, but for this tutorial, it's just going to be a simple version of the prompt. And we hop over to a new line. I'm going to pass in format instructions, which is a variable. We're going to define it below. And another line, which is context. Now, again, this template here, that's what's going to be sent to the model when we invoke everything. Okay. Let's go ahead and add our input variables. In our case, we just have one, context, and then our partial variables. We have format instructions, which is going to be our parser, this guy here. And the parser has a built-in method. It's called format instructions. Cat format instructions. Essentially, this guy here converts this object to a string that the model understands, and then it will respond in a way that makes sense and will return these properties only. So that's it. That's our prompt template. I see there's something, yeah, we're missing a comma here. Okay, that's it. So perfect, we're good. Next, we have to define our model. So where are we sending all of this? The prompt, where is it going? As you know, we're going to be sending it to GPT. So we need to define it or import it here first, and then we will define it and we will pass in our API key from OpenAI. So let's start by importing it. Okay, from LangChain, OpenAI. Now, by the way, this is a separate package, so you're going to need to run pip install LangChain OpenAI in your terminal to actually install it. Otherwise, it's not gonna work for you. So LangChain OpenAI import ChatOpenAI, and then we just say LLM ChatOpenAI, and you can pass in your API key. I'm obviously not gonna pass my key here, but make sure you put yours, your API key. Perfect. Okay, and now we have to create and invoke the chain. Okay, so we have everything set. We're gonna do pages, load PDF. It's gonna load the contents from our PDF file. Then we're gonna create a chain. It's gonna be prompt LLM, oops, LLM, and then parser. Parser. Okay, now this may look weird, but this is called LangChain expression language. Okay, and a LangChain expression language is just a format that you can use to build your chains. I'm gonna put a link to the docs below in the description, so if you want to read more about it, make sure you check it out. Now let's invoke this chain. Invoke means send it to the model. And to do that, we just need to pass in the context variable, which is this guy, which we said it's going to be the pages. So we're just going to pass the pages that we loaded from here. And that's it. What this is doing, it's sending the pages here. So the chunks of the PDF content, it's sending them in the template, in the prompt. And then our parser is using this Pydantic object here that we defined to also append to this template that's sent to the LLM how we want to format the response. So the model knows from these pages, I'm going to send title, author, summary, keywords in a JSON format. All right, so all we need to do now is just run this app, and we can just do Python and then main.py. It's going to take a few seconds, but hopefully we're going to get a JSON back. Perfect. If we take this response here and we create a new file and paste it in, that way we got a structured response, nicely formatted, that we can use within our app. That's obviously a much better response to work with than just raw output from the large language model. And that's everything. We've seen how you can use GPT, LangChain together to convert the contents of a PDF to a JSON object that you can work with within your application. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates or any new videos as soon as I release them. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.